Hi everyone, you are welcome to Real Life Talk. You are listening to Real Life Talk with Lady C. My name is Cynthia. Thank you very much for tuning in again. I'm very grateful to always have you being part of this wonderful family and a community that we are building in Real Life Talk. And in Real Life Talk, as I always said, everything here is real. It's all about life. It's all about our journey. It's all about what is happening and what we inspire to be. That's what this channel is for. And I'm here to share with you my journey to entrepreneurship, which I think I started. I've done 2 series already. This story, I don't know, we are in 2024, right? So we are going back because we need to get the whole picture. I want us to go back into 1998. I think I started from 1996, and that's when I actually finished my high school with no qualification, with a background of dyslexic. And dyslexic simply means somebody who has a disability, who is not able to read and write despite everything. Disability people are the type of people that quoted very skillful. So I'm part of the skillful people, and I'm very grateful. And it happened to be that God in his mercy put a hand on me and called me on top of that. And with that, my passion for God and my zeal for him has really brought me far. And I think this is really called for a testimony. It's a testimony, and that's why I'm sharing this with you today. So in 1998 to 1999 is where we are at the moment. So people, in 1998, as I said in my previous video, I was a church girl, a business girl, always thinking, what can I do? Because our family is very poor, just to afford little meal and a little clothes and here and there. Things were a little bit tough. By God giving grace me with wisdom. My mom was a wonderful woman who imparted in me so much, how to fight and fence for yourself. And by his grace and by his mercy, he has brought me this far in terms of when I was in church and I was doing my business. I was very passionate about God, about the things of God. I used to go to church like 5 times a week. And when I say 5 times a week, I mean it, 5 times a week. And upon all my busy schedule and everything, I remember sometimes when I come back from selling, I'm so tired, and I will walk like almost about an hour to church. That is how passionate I am when it comes to the things of God at that age. And in going to that church, I was looking at people's life. There were a couple of people in the church that always come in a car, and sometimes after church we go to friends' house. I'll follow some of my friends to their houses, and I'll go, and some of my friends have their own bedrooms, and I'm like, wow, you have your own bedroom. And then what really blew my mind was my dad used to work in the hospital, and then eventually got a second job as a gate man, what you call security. So my dad was a security for an ambassador, a guy who was a South African ambassador. And the wife asked my dad to bring me, because I went to give my dad food, and the woman saw me. The ambassador's wife saw me. So the woman said, "Oh, John, I didn't realize you have a beautiful girl like this. Let her come and help me sometimes." So on Saturday, instead of going to the salon with my mom was very happy for me to go to this woman's house to help as a house girl. So I used to go to this woman's house on Friday nights, and then I'll stay there Saturday, go with her to the market, purchase items and stuff, come back and help her cook, clean her house for her. Listen, for the first time, I saw a bath. The bath we are using right now. The shower room we are using right now. Do you know what? It blew my mind. And the woman used to give me a lot of presents to take back home. And when I get home, it's like it just inspired me. On top of what I used to see at my friend's house, they have their own bedroom. Sometimes we go to a house that is gated, garden, and when I see things like this, it pushed me to pray. I started waking up very early, go to the park. Those of you who grew up in Africa, Africans that's, go to church, we pray quite a lot in the mornings, wake up I'm talking about dawn. By 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you're on that park. Everybody, you see pile of people, different people praying in the different corner of a park, massive park. Everybody goes there, and speak their hearts to God. And I used to go to that park alone. I used to go with a group, with the same Redeem Outreach group. And sometimes I go by myself to a different park, and I used to pray. Whatever prayer I was praying, I cannot tell you. I can't remember what I was saying, but there's only one thing that I remember praying so much to God. I told God that in this church that I'm in, I've seen how much he has blessed people. If the people are doing exactly what I'm doing, then I'm asking him to bless me. I told God that I want him to use me to bring my family from where they are. I want to be able to build or give my mom, my parents somewhere. When I go to people's house and I flush the toilet, that sometimes that just, it makes me to pray more, because God, I keep telling God, I want to flush. I want to be able to build a place where I can flush. I had so much confidence in God that God is one day going to give me exactly what I'm seeing in people's houses, in people's life. I just begin to pray. I was praying like a crazy girl, and to a point that sometimes I'll forget myself. I'll be praying in the house, and people used to call me pastor, that kind of thing. I used to be so passionate because I used to believe, and I used to tell my mom that God is going to use me to get us out of poverty. God is, so what I want this video today is to empower someone, is to encourage someone that maybe you are praying for a situation, you are praying for a son, you are praying for a daughter, you are praying for your husband, you are praying for somebody in your life, you are praying for your situation to change. Believe you me, so far as you have the faith, that thing will be moved, because prayer is like when you are hitting an hammer on a wall. When there's a wall and you are trying to break the wall by yourself, there is a strategy that you need to find, and that is prayer. I found that strategy at very young age. Between 1996 to 1999, God turned my life around rapidly, and I believe God can do the same for you whilst you listen to me. Just begin to trust him. Trust him with all your heart. Know that whatever you are saying, he will do it, because he's able to do it. If you have faith and you believe it, if God has done it for me, he will do it for you. People, in 1999, the amazing thing is that in the course of prayer, so much prayer, my auntie who lives in the UK, she shared the same mom with my mom, very good siblings. And I remember that she used to come to Ghana, and when she comes, I go to stay by her, stay with her, and help her clean, take care of her children, wash her clothes and stuff like that. And then one day she said to me that, wow, you are a good girl. And then she will find me actually praying. And one day she said to me, I have to come and take you to the UK. Well, she said it, isn't it? I didn't take it serious. I didn't know it's going to happen. And then in 1999, she sent a letter. And you know how we used to get our letter, right? They send a letter and you have to go and get it from somebody miles away. And then when you read, you have to take your time to now write a letter back. And I remember those days, because my inability to read or write, I always go to like a post office. You find people there who type, and people who can help you write. And then I'll go and tell them what I want to tell my auntie, write a letter back, and then send it to my auntie with a response. And lo and behold, the house we were living in, the compound house we were living with, almost about 60 to 80 people in one compound. Each room is contained about 8 people in a room. And that's how the house was, with 2 toilets and 2 bathrooms. So that's what I said in previously, that I was praying that God would bring me out of that place, and He did.